Okay, last time we saw a simple program to basically start off. Before we continue, let's look at some of the code that is already existing in the form of functions, right, which is provided by Python. The idea is, or rather a function is a chunk of code which does a very specific task and which we can use wherever we require it. Okay, so let's look at some functions which relates to numbers. I have a variable a which contains 4, b contains let's keep it as a multiple of 4, 16, c is equal to a number which is not a multiple of 4, let's say 19, let's say d which is 4.5, one negative number, is equal to minus 3 and a negative decimal. Yes, okay. Now as you keep going, you might not remember what are the various variables that you have. So if you say locals, it will give you a list of all the variables. See here, starting from here, a is 4, b is 16, c is 19, d is 4.5, e is minus 4, f is minus 3.5. Let's say I want the magnitude of a number. Now what's the magnitude of a number? In graphical terms, it is the distance from the origin. So for that we have a function called ABS, absolute value. So absolute value of a is 4. Absolute value of f is 3.5. Straightforward, nothing great. If I divide a number by another number, then what is the number and what is the remainder? Let's say if I divide b by a, it gives me 4. If I divide c by a, it gives me 4.75. In both the cases, it doesn't tell me the remainder specifically. So I can use b%a. This will give me the remainder only. Similarly, I can say c%a. Remainder is 3. But suppose I want both. So for that, I have a function called divmod. So b comma a 4 times and 0 remainder. Divmod of c comma a. Now before you press enter, just think about it. 19 divided by 4. So 4 4 16. So 4 times it will go and remainder should be 3. So this is a function which returns 2 values. Okay. Now you remember b star star a. Now what we can do is there is a function as well. So power of b comma a. Then we have, say for example, especially when we are writing programs, we would like to know what is the type of a particular variable, or rather what type of data is there in that variable. Say for example, a is int. We know that. D is 4.5, that is, it is float. So if I want to know the type of a, int, type of b, int, type of c. Now type of d is float, type of e is int, type of f is again float. Now I can convert a float into int or int into a float. Of course, in one particular direction you will lose data. Say for example, I have b by a. Yes, it gives me 4.0. For all practical purposes, it's an int, but the type is float because there is 0.0. So I want to convert it into int. So int b by a. It will give you 4. Similarly, c by a. Now this is float. The result is a float. I want to convert it into int. So int c by e. That 0.75 you are losing it. So you lose data when you convert from a float to an int. Then you can have a list of numbers, right? You can have a list of numbers. Let's say f is equal to, okay, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, I overwrote f. I should have gone for g, and f, let it be minus 3.5, minus 3.5. Okay. Now, suppose I want the sum of these numbers that is there in g. So, sum of g. 15, 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 plus 5. Okay. Maximum of g, right? What is the maximum number? 5 is the maximum number. Actually, which means there should be minimum. Okay. Coming back to our, let's say I have a number p is equal to 3, 4 point. Okay. Now I want to round it. So round of p, comma, number of digits. 7 decimal digits. So let's say 6. Yes, that last 2 is gone. Round p, comma, 5. That 3 also gone. Round of p, comma, 4. Now if you notice, 7 has become 8. So it has done a proper rounding. Round of p, comma, 3. Round of p, comma, 2. Round of p, comma, 1. Round of p, comma, 0. Now what happens? Let me just try. P, comma, minus 1. Right? Round p, comma, minus 2. Let's see what this does. You get 0. Now, let's say this g that I have, I want to sort it. It is sorted it already in ascending order. I want it in descending order. So, sorted of g, comma, reverse equal to true. So, we have seen the functions which are called built-in functions related to mathematical operation. There are lot more functions available, but they are put in a separate file, or what we call it as a package called math package. Next session we will look at the math package function. Okay, so that's enough for today. Bye for now.